The truth is closer than it seems, but to notice it, you must look not with your eyes, but with your mind. The cosmos is silent, but in this silence lies a hidden message, try to hear it. There are questions that science still doesn't answer, we'll look where the formulas end. Hello, friends. Sometimes a person looks up at the night sky and senses something very ancient, as if the stars are looking back. As if there, beyond the silent darkness, is a memory of who we were before birth. Answers that our soul remembers, but our minds have forgotten. We've created telescopes, we measure the distances between galaxies, we count the birth of light. But the deeper we delve into the universe, the more we understand. We stand only on the threshold of a vast mystery. Why does reality exist? Why is it structured this way? And why, despite billions of stars, do we feel so alone? Today we'll delve into what science can't explain. Mysteries that make you wonder about your place in the universe. Questions that open that silent door within you to the perception of infinity. Before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel. Here we explore secrets that are usually only spoken of in whispers. We look deeper where words end and the cosmos within us begins. Stay until the end, perhaps one of the mysteries you'll hear about today will change your perception of the world forever. 20 Unsolved Mysteries of the Universe. Why does the universe even exist? We can describe the mathematical laws. We can trace how the universe expanded in fractions of a second after the Big Bang. We can measure the temperature of the cosmic microwave background radiation. But we don't know the most important thing. Why did the explosion happen? Before the Big Bang, there was nothing, no space, no time, no matter. So what ignited? And why did this nothing suddenly become everything? Physicists suggest that fluctuations in the quantum vacuum could have created the spark. Ancient philosophers spoke of a first cause, a force transcending time. Mystics claim that the universe is a manifestation of consciousness, an act of self-knowledge by the great mind. And what's most astonishing is that all three versions are not mutually exclusive. We simply don't know why reality chose to exist rather than remain silent. And as long as we live, we are an extension of this mystery. The next mystery is dark matter. All the stars, planets, atoms, and bodies, everything we see, are only 5% of what exists. The rest is invisible, immaterial, and incomprehensible. We cannot see dark matter. It doesn't glow, doesn't reflect light, and doesn't interact with electromagnetism. But we see traces of it. We know it exists because without it, galaxies would crumble like sand. So, something holds the universe in shape. Something invisible, yet incredibly powerful. Scientists compare dark matter to the framework of reality. But what is this foundation? We don't know. Perhaps these are particles we can't yet detect. Perhaps these are traces of an ancient universe that existed before our own. Or perhaps these are structures of consciousness that shape space. And while we look into space, it looks back at us. Next comes the mystery, dark energy. If dark matter holds the universe together, then dark energy, on the contrary, pushes it outward. In the 20th century, scientists discovered that the universe isn't simply expanding, it's accelerating its expansion. This can't be explained by conventional physics. Something is pushing space itself apart, as if someone were stretching the fabric of the world from within. Dark energy is the most powerful force in existence. But we know neither its nature, its source, its purpose. We only know one thing. The universe is not static. It's moving somewhere. And perhaps the end point of this movement isn't death at all, but a transition to a new form. Existence. The fourth riddle, why is the speed of light a limit? The speed of light is absolute. Nothing can travel faster, not ships, not particles, not signals. But why? Why, in a world where everything is constantly changing and transforming, Is there a rigid boundary inscribed into the foundation of reality? Scientists say light is the maximum speed of information transfer. But this only explains how, not why. The speed of light looks like a combination lock placed at the entrance to higher dimensions. We can approach it, but we will never cross it. The ancients would say, this is the boundary between the world of earthly beings and the world of the gods. Could this be not a physical law, but a cosmic access rule? The fifth riddle, the Fermi paradox, where are all the other civilizations? There are billions of galaxies. There are more stars than grains of sand on Earth. There are countless planets. If life could have arisen here, it could have arisen anywhere. But space is silent. We see no signals. We receive no messages. We encounter no traces of ancient civilizations. This paradox shatters everything familiar. There are three most frightening explanations. We truly are alone. The universe is vast, but empty. We are too primitive to be noticed. Like a fish in the ocean fails to notice a submarine. Those who are there are hiding. Not because they are afraid, but because they are watching. And if we feel lonely, perhaps it is simply the silence before conversation. The next mystery is the cosmic voids. There are regions in the universe so vast that they are difficult to even imagine, regions hundreds of millions of light years across, where there is nothing. No galaxies. No stars. No clouds of gas. Only endless, cold darkness. These regions are called cosmic voids. They seem to be cut out of the structure of the universe as if someone carefully removed part of reality. But why? Some scientists believe it's simply a consequence of the distribution of matter after the Big Bang. Others believe it could be the imprint of colossal cosmic forces we don't know about. And mystics and philosophers say, emptiness is not an absence. It's a portal. It's the shadow of something we're not yet able to perceive. The seventh riddle, black holes. Black holes aren't just heavy stars that have compressed themselves. They're wounds in the fabric of space and time. Inside a black hole, the laws of physics cease to apply. Time slows down. Space is curved. And the point at which all matter collapses, the singularity, is beyond comprehension. What lies beyond the event horizon? We don't know. Even light can't return from there to tell us. Some scientists speculate that black holes may be portals to other parts of the universe, or to other universes. If this is true, then every black hole is a door. There's only one question. Where does it lead? Next comes the riddle, white holes. If a black hole absorbs everything in its path, then a white hole is its theoretical opposite. It ejects matter outward and allows nothing in. Imagine a source of light, energy, and matter that cannot be approached. This is a white hole. We've never seen one like this. Not even a hint. But mathematical equations show that they must exist. And here's the scary part. There's a theory that every black hole in one universe is a white hole in another. That is, the death of a star here could be the birth of a world there. And then the question becomes, if we ever see a white hole, will we see the birth of a new reality? The next riddle is the cosmic echo. The microwave background radiation is the last whisper of the birth of the universe. But it's too smooth, too uniform. As if someone smoothed out the traces of chaos. But who? The 10th riddle, fine-tuning the laws of nature. Gravity, the charge of an electron, the mass of a proton, everything is perfectly balanced. Change any parameter by even a fraction of a percent, and galaxies would not have formed. Stars would not have ignited. Life would not have existed. Coincidence? Or someone's design? Next, the riddle of gravity. We know how gravity works. But we don't know what it is. It's not just a force, it's the geometry of space, which curves according to its own invisible rules. The next riddle is antimatter. According to the laws of physics, the world should have been born symmetrical. Every particle, electron, proton, neutron, has a corresponding shadow. Antiparticle, antimatter. When matter and antimatter meet, they disappear, turning into pure energy. It's a perfect balance. Perfect symmetry. But there is no symmetry. After the birth of the universe, in the first moments, matter and antimatter should have completely annihilated each other. But somehow matter won. Why do we exist? Why do galaxies, planets, stars, people exist? Why hasn't reality disappeared? Where is that part of the universe that should have been a mirror image of ours? The 13th riddle, cosmic strings. Giant energy filaments that may be older than the universe. If they are real, they carry the memory of the moment before the Big Bang. But we can't detect them. The 14th riddle, why is space flat? Imagine the universe as a gigantic canvas. If it were curved, light would travel in an arc, galaxies would roll toward each other or, conversely, fly apart too quickly. But observations show that space is almost perfectly flat, with an accuracy of 0.1%. As if someone tuned the universe, like a delicate musical instrument, where every string is stretched to the perfect tension. This is the main paradox. It is unrealistically precise. Too precise to be a coincidence. The next riddle is multiple universes. If each black hole is the womb of a new world, then our world is just one wave in an infinite ocean of realities. And each of them could have different laws, different lives, different us. The 16th riddle is the origin of time. Time seems natural to us. We live in it like a fish in water. We age. We lose, we find, we dream everything in time. But ask the simplest question. What is time? And reality begins to unravel, like fabric stretched too tightly. Physicists say, time is a dimension, just like space. But while space can be traversed, one can go back in time, circle around, choose a new path. Time moves only forward. Why? What propels its arrow? Why can't we return to the past? Touch lost moments. Say words we didn't have time to say. Hold on to those who have passed. The 17th riddle, quantum entanglement. Two particles can be connected instantly, no matter the distance. This means one thing. Space is not a barrier. The boundaries of reality are thinner than they seem. The 18th riddle, life appeared too quickly. As soon as the earth cooled, life burst into flame. Not gradually. Not by chance. As if someone had turned on a mechanism. The 19th riddle, the mystery of consciousness. We can measure the brain's functions. But who within us is observing all this? Who is experiencing it? Could consciousness be a fundamental part of the universe, like energy and space? The 20th riddle, the end of the universe. It can freeze, burn out, shrink back into a point, or be reborn. Each scenario is not death, but transformation. We seek mysteries in the outside world. But perhaps the universe simply reflects us. Because we are stardust that has learned to ask questions. And the answers are already within us. Answers come not to those who seek, but to those who are ready to hear. If this video was relatable, support us. Leave your thoughts on what you heard. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks in advance.